Hey guys, welcome back. So, today I have these short horror stories, and they're all super frightening. They're literally two sentences. It's kind of a new thing, I guess, to do these two sentence scary stories. Some of them are really super disturbing. So if you like it, if you like this video, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment below the video. And if you have any great stories yourself, put them in the comments too. I mean, these are literally two sentence horror stories, so you can leave two sentences and just share it with others. Yeah, and share the video with your friends and family and scare them too. If you're watching this alone at night, then make sure you watch something funny, something nice afterwards. And for the rest, enjoy these short stories. It is very classic in horror to say a few scary sentences and shock someone with it. The story as short as possible. So what is your best short horror story you can come up with? We'll start with number 1. It says, there was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone. Number 2. My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister. Number 3. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too." Number 4. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffing my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved that it was only a dream, but as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open. Number 5. I can't move, breathe, speak or hear, and it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead. Number 6. I awoke to the sound of the baby monitor crackling with a voice comforting my firstborn child. As I adjusted to a new position, my arm brushed against my wife sleeping next to me. Number 7. After struggling desperately to move any part of his paralytic body just to alert the doctors that he was conscious before they made the first incision, he was relieved to see that one of the nurses had noticed his pupils dilating from the bright light. She leaned in close and, in a whisper that tickled his ear, said, "You think we don't know you're awake?" Number 8. My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help. Number 9. I wake up and everything feels wrong. It's too quiet outside. I look out the window and see everyone standing still, looking at my house. Number 10. The doctors told the amputee he might experience a phantom limp from time to time. Nobody prepared him for the moments though when he felt cold fingers brush across his phantom hand. Number 11. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it is much more unsettling. Number 12. Working the night shift alone tonight. There is a face in the cellar staring at the security camera. Number 13. I woke up to hear knocking on glass. At first I thought it was the window until I heard it come from the mirror again. Number 14. After working a hard day, I came home to see my girlfriend cradling our child. I didn't know which was more frightening, seeing my dead girlfriend and stillborn child, or knowing that someone broke into my apartment to place them there. Number 15. She asked why I was breathing so heavily. I wasn't. Number 16. They celebrated the first successful cryogenic freezing. He had no way of letting them know he was still conscious. Number 17. I can't sleep, she whispered, crawling into bed with me. I woke up cold, clutching the dress she was buried in. Number 18. You know that weird full body twitch you get sometimes when you're falling asleep? If there was a camera pointed at you and you saw what it captured at that moment, you'd never sleep again. Number 19. The grinning face stared at me from the darkness beyond my bedroom window. I live on the 14th floor. Number 20. Sleep did not come to me easily that night in the cabin in the woods, for the portraits on the wall only portrayed the deformed, the decrepit and the damned. Sleep has never come easily to me again, for when I woke I found no portraits, only windows. 21. I always thought my cat had a staring problem. She always seemed fixated on my face. Until one day when I realized that she was always looking just behind me. Number 22. There is nothing like the laughter of a baby, unless it's 1 a.m. and you're home alone. Number 23. After so many years living alone in this large house, I came to a startling revelation. In this time I had closed far more doors than I had opened. 24. It's been watching me for hours now. Sometimes I catch glimpses of its reflection on the computer screen, but I dare not turn around. 25. Put back the mirrors, we miss watching you. 26. You stupid bastard, I cried as he tied me to the rails. Don't you know this line has been abandoned for years? Of course I know, he said, walking away. No one comes here at all. 27. They delivered the mannequins in bubble wrap. From the main room I begin to hear popping. 28. The operation wasn't successful in the traditional sense, since my sight didn't return, but it left me with the ability to distinguish heat signatures at least. 3 weeks have passed and I'm still not sure how to politely ask my best friend why he's room temperature. 29. When I finally grabbed her in the darkness, I swam back to the surface. It never occurred to me how fast the ice could freeze over. 30. You start to drift off into a comfortable sleep when you hear your name being whispered. You live alone. 31. You get home tired after a long day's work and ready for a relaxing night alone. You reach for the light switch, but another hand is already there. 32. Don't be scared of the monsters. Just look for them. Look to your left, to your right, under your bed, behind your dresser, in your closet, but never look up. She hates being seen. 33. I never go to sleep, but I keep waking up. 34. He even reads over my letters to make sure I spelled everything perfectly, although my capitalization isn't excellent yet. 35. My grandmother told me that it was a gift to see the angel of death in front of people's houses, to know that he'd be collecting someone there soon. I thought it was a gift too, up until the day I began to see it in front of every house. 36. I kiss my wife and daughter goodnight before I go to sleep. When I wake up, I'm in a padded room and the nurses tell me it was just a dream. 37. When next you are completely alone, imagine you are listening to the sound of some kind. When that sound seems to stop, you'll know that you've been noticed. 38. The longer I wore it, the more it grew on me. She had such pretty skin. 39. Nighttime swimming is one of the benefits of working at a public pool. One night, after everyone left, I was wading in the deep end and felt a hand grab my ankle. Number 40. I wish I could remember who these people are. They tell me I have Alzheimer's. 41. She wondered why she was casting two shadows. After all, there was only a single light bulb. 42. The last man on earth sat alone in a room. There was a knock at the door. 43. Ready to settle down for the evening? I put my headphones on. The whispering coming from them startled me. They were not plugged in. 44. Neatly laid across my dining room table, I found a dull kitchen knife, a torn, crusty rag, and a flip video camera which seemed to be recording. I own none of these items. 45. The dead are watching us now. That's the good news. 46. As he woke up once again in the same doorless room, his body covered in the accumulated blood and sweat from the previous nights, he noticed a gun in the corner which he grabbed up and pointed at his own temple. Soon he would be reunited with his wife and daughter with a merciful bang, but as he pulled the trigger he was greeted only by a cold metallic click. 47. The heart attack came and went, knocking Mike into unconsciousness, and as he woke he could hear the graveside service around him. Somehow the casket was translucent to him, and he recognized some of his friends, but his body would not move, and he realized with terror what that really was. 48. I was having a pleasant dream when what sounded like hammering woke me. After that I could barely hear the muffled sound of dirt covering the coffin over my own screams. 49. Attending his funeral today was really scary. It might have been the constant muffled screams I heard or the worry of someone noticing the dirt on my hands. 50. You wake up, she doesn't. 51. The funeral attendees never came out of the catacombs. Something locked the crypt door from the inside. 52. I sat on my shelf with thoughtless porcelain eyes and the prettiest pink doll dress I could find. Why did she have to be born still? Okay, that was it, guys. 52 short, 2-sentence horror stories. Sorry for the last one, a little mistake there. But I hope you liked it, and yeah, share it around, and subscribe, and yeah, leave your own 2-sentence horror story in the comments. Thanks for listening.